So here's what this hair is looking like, and here's what it's going to be looking like in a few seconds. Boom. Perfect, right? So come with me, let's lay this hair together. Make sure you watch till the end because I'm going to show you how. Hello lovers of Bobokiddi fashion, welcome to another episode of Everything Hair. So if you're just following me on YouTube, you're missing a lot because you have to check me out on TikTok, Instagram, IG, Facebook. But while you're here, make sure you like and you subscribe. Make sure you turn on notification because I post amazing content. Now let's get started. Hello besties, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how to transform a factory wig to Glueless, but unfortunately I forgot to film the beginning of this video since I was just focused on how to style your Pixie Wig. So basically what you do with your factory wig is you're going to measure the circumference of your, like not the circumference, like your ear to ear measurement, and then you're going to put that measurement on your factory wig and you're going to demarcate where it starts and where it ends, and you're just basically going to cut off the excess lace from both sides, right? So I'm going to do a proper video on how to do this. So after doing that, you're going to sew the corners where you're going to leave a 1-inch gap so that this way it can perfectly sit on your ear. So this is one of the reasons why factory wigs don't sit right, so you have to do a little bit of work on them, not all though, but basically I guess you get the point. So after sewing down maybe 1 inch and leaving 1 inch that is going to sit over here, or maybe just leave it all the same. So it just really depends on how your wig came in looking like, you're going to know how to adjust. But basically what you do is just, if your ear to ear is 11, you're just going to put that 11 on the lace and you're going to cut the both sides, and there you have it. It's not really that difficult to do. And yeah, so here's what our week was looking like, and forgive me because my camera was doing what it likes. And here's what I was saying. So you're going to leave 1 inch that is going to sit above your ear, right? And you see how perfect that sits now. So yeah, so now that we got that covered, we can begin to get into the wig styling proper. So like I said, I'm going to put up a video on how to properly turn your wig from factory to Glueless, and I'll see if I can insert maybe a link to this video so that you can just click from this video and it's going to redirect you to the other video. So yeah, so now let's get started. So here's what I'm just going to show you a before of this week, and so that you can compare to the after at the end of the video. So my client didn't really want something super that way. She just wants something that's going to be easy to maintain, so we didn't really do a lot to this hair per se. So first things first, I always slick back the hair so that I can cut out the excess lace. Since this is going to be a glueless wig, so my client just wanted me to cut it off, and I always do this on camera because just to avoid stories that touch, guys. Like a lot happens in this field, so you just have to take precaution. So yeah, so next we are going to, I always use my zigzag scissors. Like I just love using these scissors, like it gives that illusion and not a straight cut. But guys, basically just use what works for you, but I would definitely recommend the zigzag scissors. So if I get to any area where I feel like I might cut a hair strand off, I just slick it back, and yeah. So I think it's worth mentioning that I just did minimal plugging to this video, right? Like she didn't want something much, because at the end of the day, we all know that these wigs do plug themselves out in the long run. So unless you're okay with that, I always recommend minimal plugging. Yeah, just make it as natural as possible and let it be. So yeah. So here are my office pins I'm going to use to stick the hair down, and here's what the pins look like. So I don't recommend you using a T-pin because this can rip out your hair. So always use office pins, right? These are more stable and do not rip your hair out. So yeah, so I'm just going to secure the frontal to the canvas head before I start working. That way I avoid any mistakes or any errors, or pulling the lace or yanking it out and causing any issues, unnecessary issues. So yeah, so like I said, do not use any T-pins. Always make sure you're using office pins, right? So yeah, So I'm just going to make sure have all the frontal covered, and I do not also give a lot of spacing because I don't want it lifting, and this can also affect the outcome of the hair. So I went ahead to trim the hair just a little bit, just a teeny bit. Yeah. So I always do this so that in case she wants to restyle this hair, we can always go in and restyle it. So I was also going to do a side part. So yeah. So basically, I think what I'm doing is just on the screen. So she didn't want a lot of baby hairs because this is really difficult to maintain. But there's a way I do it where that is less difficult to maintain. So but minimal, obviously. So I went ahead to style my frontal. I just used my hair wax and my heat protectants and my hot comb, and that's it. So for the back of the hair, I didn't really do much. I just used my hair mousse to slick it back, and then I went ahead to straighten it, and there you have it. This is what it was looking like. So yeah, so now let's focus on the frontal, right? Since this is going to be a glueless wig, and I would love for her to have that melted experience when she wears it, we are going to use our melting spray and our lace tint to just give this hair that skin like finish. And you can see, I guess you can see already from the lace what it's looking like. So what I do is I use my melting spray and I mix it together with my lace tint of my client shade, and I have this mixture that I use. So I use hair by any melting spray, and sometimes I use ebony melting spray as well. So it just depends on which one my hand can reach at the moment. That's what I'm going to use. I really don't have a preference. Those are my two best melting sprays for now. I'm still finding others and trying out other products, but for now those are the best for me. So whichever one my hand can reach at the moment, that's what I'm going to use. So I'm guessing I use maybe a hair by any, because I just installed the client and it was just lying around. So I think I'm very sure I used it. So yeah. So guys, there's this hack I saw online about barber's tape, right? That barber's tape really helps to melt your lace. So obviously I just placed an order for barber's tape. So the idea is that barber's tape is going to absorb moisture, right? So uh after this video I did use normal tissue. I just place the tissue on the lace, and then I use my melting band to tie over it. So basically the idea is that barber's tape is going to absorb moisture. So once I get my barber's tape, I'm going to try it and I'm going to let you know. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share, and turn on the notification. I post amazing content. Bye bye besties.